Hello Virgo, and welcome to your monthly reading for January 2026. I hope you're all doing amazingly well. If you like this video, please subscribe to the channel. Please press that like button and comment if you'd like to. Let's have a look and see what's here for you, Virgo. So we're going to have a look at what's left you first of all, like what's behind you, what lessons you have learned possibly from what's gone, what's past, possibly in years, possibly in the past couple of weeks, past couple of months, even since, or what's behind you, left behind you in 2025. So let's have a look and see, Virgo, what's here for you, what's behind you. Okay. Oh, you have two cards. Okay, we're going to use them both. We're going to use them. Let's have a look at the energy you're working with right now. Energy Virgo is working with right now. Oh, I'm feeling like I want to shuffle slower. Sorry about the shadow, guys. I am working on making a proper studio with lighting and stuff, but that's okay as long as you can hear the message. Energy, what you are working with right now. Okay, we're going to have a look at external influences. I'm going to put the camera back. I know I should probably restart the video, but let's be authentic here. Okay, so that card is what you are working with. What external influences? What's externally influencing possibly Virgo? There's some trepidation energy here with external influences, possibly with people or situations, I feel. What's the challenge here for Virgo in January? How can Virgo work with the challenge that they're faced with? What Spirit's focus and advice possibly involving that challenge? What blessings are coming towards Virgo? Oh, that one came out pretty quickly, so maybe you got some fast blessings coming in. What does Virgo need to know the most? That one's the only one that actually turned around. What's hidden? What does Virgo not see coming? That also came out very fast. So maybe something that's hidden is going to actually be revealed quite quickly. Potential outcome if you follow Spirit's advice and focus. Okay, I haven't seen the card yet. I've seen this one, but let's see what's here. Very excited to bring in this first month of 2026 and see what's here. Let's have a look at actually let's look at what's behind you. Okay, we've got two cards here. I just talked about authenticity. So that's actually in the upright, but the participation is in the reverse. So what's behind you, Virgo? Participation. Let's have a look at this energy here. So we've got the number 17, which breaks down to an 8, which talks about fast movement. It's also August energy. It can talk about healing as well. Something possibly could have happened in the month of August in 2025 last year that was quite significant to you, where somebody maybe was a little, I want to say a little bit too authentic and really showed their true colors. There's a lot of colors in this card, okay? If this is your energy, Virgo, I think you've been really working on your authenticity on like an energetic, personal, spiritual, soul, spirit level. And you've been working on this possibly behind the scenes so you can be more authentic. So this could be literally like working on like a job or a project or your own personal project. It's interesting that this came up in the upright, the participation in the reverse. Let me just sit on this energy again. We've got the number 5. So there is changes, or there has been changes, and you've really worked on being authentic. I'm like really with the participation card, you've started to realize that certain things you are better done with other people, okay? Getting others' opinions, working well with others, being authentic. And there's like a real energetic sense of learning or doing a lot of work on being your authentic self and just being who you are, okay? Just being free, feeling free to be who Virgo is. And perhaps, like I said, you've done that in private, but now with the participation in the reverse, I feel that those things like that's changing in 2026. It is the year of 1, it is the year of the first house, so you know it is going to be a lot about self-empowerment and self-help and self-improvement, but there is also a feeling here of solidarity within a spiritual group or spiritual people that you can go to. I was just talking about this with my friend today. Okay. let's have a look and see how we can clarify this. Let's use the Rider-Waite-Smith deck. Okay. So why are these two cards here, Spirit? With this being your authentic self, being a lot more open, possibly working on that. It's not that you've been hiding a mask, but I'm feeling like possibly things that have happened in the past where you feel that being your authentic self or being open and out there and honest wasn't necessarily always like the best course of action in certain situations, and you've had to work as well upon that feeling of I'm not good enough or self-worth, where you thought that yourself was not sort of like recognized or good enough for, I'm hearing the collective, or like, so some of you could literally have social media platforms. Okay, let's have a look. I think you're coming out of this hermit mode energy and moving, that's because this is behind you doing that work, but then moving into 2026 collaborating, very Three of Pentacles type of energy here, and changing the way you interact with others and who you're interacting with. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune. So the Wheel of Fortune talks about blessings. This is going to bring a lot of blessing here working with others this year. And there's my dog. When I do videos, this is what happens, or lives. So I apologize for that. There's nothing I can do about that. So we have the number 10 here. So I think you've gone a long way into about learning or training to be your authentic self here. Okay. And with this being the 10 year and the 1 year, because it is the 10 year, but it breaks down to a 1. There's a completion of like being ready to put yourself out into the world here, okay? Yeah, and releasing, wow, the Devil in reverse, Capricorn energy, releasing a lot of ideals, oh, sorry about the dog, ideals in how you think about yourself or thought about yourself, or illusions that you thought other people thought about you, or how others perceived you. You've released that, and it's like, I don't care. I'm just going to be me. I'm going to be my authentic self, and I'm going to just make sure that the people I am associating with are... Oh my God, my dog. I'm not restarting this video. Okay, I think there's some sort of calmness going on now downstairs with my dog. Okay, so yeah, there's this like a realization of the reason possibly you weren't your authentic self is because the people you were around were putting you down or judging you, or you have this feeling that they were, even though they may not be, or they could have been behind closed doors because you have that intuitive nudge. So you're moving into 2026 with much more of a like, I'm only giving my energy to those who appreciate me at an authentic level. Okay, so this is really, really awesome energy. And 9 of Cups is here as well, okay? And I think this is going to pay off big time. I think 2026 for you is a lot about social friendships, building new friendships, discussing things on a spiritual level with those that are conducive with your energy, and you possibly have those people already in your life, okay? The 9 of Cups is here, so this is really nice. Like, it talks about the year of self. It is Virgo energy being the number 9, and I really like this energy, that this lack of self-worth or authenticity within you, Virgo, you've really worked on, and now it's behind you and you can move forward like your complete authentic self, okay, and being who you are. Just like me, like I would have restarted this video. I'm a Virgo sun, by the way, but I would have restarted this video 6 months ago. Oh, it's not good enough, but you know what, let's be authentic here. Let's not like, you know, be wishy-washy and or, you know, put on masks and, you know, let's just be effing authentic. Okay, all right, let's have a look. What's the energy you're working with right now? Kindness. I love this. Look at this. Okay, this is heart chakra energy. This card is very green. She's lying back. This reminds me of the Hope card in this deck, which is actually about peace and bringing peace into your life. And this is about getting really grounded. This is super earth energy for you, Virgo, for the month of January. There's a lot of kindness, being kind to yourself. Even by like making your bed in the morning, you are being kind to your future self for when you get home from work and it's all done. And this is very simple analogy, but you know what I'm saying, okay? If that's being kind to yourself, or putting good things in your body, eating right, drinking the right things, eating the right things, that's being kind to your higher self, being kind to others. Let's clarify this. This is the energy you're working with. And those birds there, these 3 birds, they do signify others, I think, in your life. This also can talk about family, with this family with the tree, okay? It's the number 7. I feel you're being guided by spirit to be like more authentic with others and kind, and you know, not that you weren't before, but it's almost like putting yourself first, but also being super aware of others' feelings and how other people, what they're going through, okay? Because, you know, you may have an amazing reading. I hope that you do. I'm sure that you will. But others may not always be going through like a great time in their life, right? So you've got the 4 of Wands. This can talk about family and structure, stability, security, safety. You're feeling quite safe. This is really nice energy. Safe within yourself, safe within trusting yourself, safe with others. We have the Tower here. This is the energy you're working with, remember. And you know, the towers don't always have to be bad towers. They can be amazing things, like changes where you're being I'm also hearing you're being, possibly some of you, being cruel to be kind, which is a saying, which means like you have to sometimes back off and let other people live their authentic selves as well, and also live their own life, because Earth is a school and you're giving someone, possibly, you know, letting go of the reins a little bit. It's almost like someone like a teenager when they become an adult, and you sort of like have to sort of let them go out in the world, even though you're like, oh, scared. It's scary, right? So for some of you, you are sort of like letting go of the reins a little bit, especially if it's children. Let's see why the Tower's here. The Strength card. There's a lot of big change within you, the number 8 and 4. So there's a lot of like, you know, we had the number, I think we have the number 8 down here with the number 17. So you're very aware, and I'm not saying, Virgo, that, and you may have been like in 2025, I know we're all not perfect, right? There's been situations where the saying's coming to mind, you can catch more flies with honey than you can with vinegar. And I do feel that kindness is, you're starting to see that by being kind, or being and listening and being kind to others and being kind to yourself, is actually making you stronger. It's like making a huge change in your life, especially in this month. Let's have a look at external influences. What could be influencing you external? Oh, so we have the cycles. We have the Emperor, which is another 4 at the bottom of the deck. The cycle's in the reverse card. So I'm going to put this in the upright. I feel like it needs to be in the upright, and I'll put things in the upright, cards in the upright if they need to be. So I think, Virgo, that you've worked a lot on transformation here. I had this card in a private reading I did today, and it's like all these roads, it doesn't like choose your heart. Spirit just said choose your heart. You can choose so many different avenues in your life. Earth is a school. Some things are very hard to learn for us. Some things are very easy. Some things are tricky. Some things involve other people. All roads, however, lead to alignment, okay? Because ultimately, death is inevitable, and so is birth, right? So it's the choice of transforming amidst possibly chaos around you with others, because we're talking about external influences, or situations in work and things like that, okay? It's being able to know your cycles, being able to know where you're self-sabotaging, or where others are self-sabotaging, or if where others being in your life is a sabotage to yourself by accepting them into your life, okay? And all these 3 roads lead to one. Ultimately, it's choosing your heart. How hard is it going to be to get there? Or how easy do you want to make it? I do feel, Spirit saying training, I do feel that you're teaching others in some capacity here, and this is the external influence of how others treat you is so much more on like a higher level, in alignment, in spiritual alignment. I don't actually feel that this is like an influence in a bad way. I do feel that you're influencing other people to be able to support them in not sabotaging, okay, themselves, whether it's like through a YouTube channel like this, whether it is through some other social media platform, whether it's speaking, I'm hearing learning, you could be like writing. I do feel that you're putting something out to the world. It's almost like the external influence of what you're watching possibly on the news, or, you know, the Minneapolis thing just came to mind, like crazy things happening on an external level, is, I'm not saying it's helping you in some sort of way, but it's making you very aware of what cycles that you have in your life that you need to work on to still break free of, and choosing kindness and choosing love, because you see so much destruction like around you and in the world. We all do, right? Okay, this is very deep. It's very interesting, this part of the reading. Let's it's the number 2. All right, let's have a look and see what's here. Choices, yeah. So choices that you make, and also like knowing that the 2 of Pentacles is very ebb and flow energy. It's the acceptance and then the acknowledgement of life has its ups and downs. I really feel that you are the influencer here. It's not like external things are influencing you. I feel that you're like the external person influencing others, okay? And helping them, support them in choices, and helping them to understand the ebbs and flows of life, the ups and downs, and how not to repeat cycles and how to choose the right path, right? Thank you, Spirit. Okay, let's see what else we have. King of Swords. You could be dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here. But yeah, justice energy. It's like how to do the right thing. I feel this is your energy, Virgo. I mean, you could have air in your chart. It doesn't really matter. But this could, because this is just about really clear, mature, important information that you can bring, and the choices that you make, like external influences that could be difficult for you or for others. Just not repeating cycles from the past, not self-sabotaging in any way, communicating with others, communicating with yourself what the right thing to do is, even though it may be difficult, because that 2 of Pentacles is like taking the good with the bad type of energy, okay? And understanding that life is not all, you know, rainbows and unicorns here. So you, like I said, I feel this teacher energy with you. We got the Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck, which is that she is a spiritual teacher, right? Let me see if I can get any more from that. You don't want to repeat a cycle here, Virgo, from the past. It's important that you stick to your morals, your ethics, your guns here. It could be something legal. I mean, I'm not going to go mundane tarot on you. I really don't want to do that, okay? It's about being truthful. It's about being truthful to others and yourself. It's about teaching other people to be truthful. It's about helping them make the right decisions, okay, on every level, being right. Let's move on to what your challenge could be. We have responsibility. Yeah, this can be a challenge. I think that Virgo, you know why this is a challenge? Because, and he's looking at this cycles, right? He's looking at this, what is the right thing to do? What is the truth? I think the external influence, whether it's you teaching others or things around you teaching you, and that saying with power comes great responsibility. So I do feel, Virgo, you're stepping into some sort of powerful time in your life, and Spirit is guiding you on this, but it's also going to bring a lot of, and it's also going to bring balance, okay? You may feel like, because he is on a leash, I don't know who he's being held by, but this dog has a leash around his neck, and he's like, that is like, we got a couple of full moons in these in these cards already as well. We'll talk about that in a second. It's about loyalty as well, but this card says loyalty and responsibility on it. But knowing, I'm being reminded of like the devil energy, where the chains, which we already have this devil card out here. Knowing your limits, knowing what you can and you cannot do. Knowing that you're stepping into your time where you, okay, thank you, Spirit, you're a responsible teacher for others. Like, you're the one, whether you're a parent, whether you're a spiritual teacher, you have this responsibility to bring news to the world, to bring support and help to the world, because in the next few years, wow, I mean, astrologically, and it starts in April, actually it starts before then with the eclipses, but you have a great responsibility because of the knowledge, because of the wisdom that you have, because, Virgo, of the intellect and the smarts that you have about your street smart. You're spiritually street smart. I love that. I might call the video that. And you're stepping into this, being the leader, being the teacher, taking on the responsibility, and knowing possibly that is a massive part of your soul purpose. And that's why the chain is there, because you are linked to that soul purpose, to support and be responsible, to bring hope and peace and teaching to the world. Very, very interesting. This can be, okay, so this is a challenge, because this may be like a new thing that you're stepping into, and it may be difficult, okay? It may be difficult to keep balance while you're doing that. Your card has come out, Virgo, Queen of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands. I'm a Virgo sun, so I'm just like, keep straightening all the cards. And the Five of Pentacles. It's important to keep yourself grounded and kind, like that first card here, because it is that, that kindness card is the energy you're working with in regards to this challenge. And it's important to continue to keep grounded and see everything as an exciting challenge, because there's a lot of people out there that they have lost their way. This is not your energy, Virgo. This is the challenge of others around you that have lost their way, and also having to deal with people on a day-to-day basis. We go to work, we go to the grocery store, we have to listen to people on, well, we don't have to, but we do listen to people on the radio or YouTube or whatever, okay? There's something here about having to own the responsibility that we have to the collective now, Virgo, because you are stepping into leadership role. Remember, we had the Emperor there before. And spirits, this is almost like advice in the midst of this. The spirit saying, take this opportunity, because it's not only going to grow you, it's going to help and support so many others. Let's have a look at how you can work with this challenge, which will be really interesting. Stability. I think or the stability that you've already built up for yourself. And it's also the number 3, so it talks about working with other people that have the same mission or will help you to remain stable and calm and collected amidst challenges of responsibility with others. The Elephant spirit is about learning from the past as well. So you can work with this challenge, because there may be things that have happened in the past for you that you've had to be responsible for and possibly didn't do very well about, being responsible for it. So that you already sort of like have done the training. There's been a training ground here that you've already sort of like gone through, transverse through. I'm hoping to see something like the Hermit card here, that wisdom, right? And this is how you can work with it, by remaining grounded, remaining stable, helping others to do so. 3 of Cups. Remembering to play, remembering to tap into your child self, okay, as well, into your inner child here. And again, it's the number 3. You could be seeing 3s quite a lot. I have been seeing 3s quite a lot lately. We also have the 6 of Wands, which is also like 2 3s, right? and the Page of Cups, which again is talking about kindness. It's talking about opening your heart and giving yourself a time and attention. I'm not talking about finances here. I'm talking about being kind, being that person who is empathetic and sympathetic, okay? But also remembering to tap into your inner child, and that balance of tapping into your inner child and being there for yourself, but also knowing you have great responsibility and empathy. There's a fine balance here. So you're going to be able to work very well with this, okay, with this challenge of responsibility. Let's look at the middle card, which is your focus on advice and spirit, and this is trust. Spirit is saying you need to trust not only yourself more, but spirit. Spirit will catch you every time they think that you're going off track or going back to any sort of past thought pattern or behavior or literal thing that you used to do, okay? Spirit is saying to trust more here. And again, it's the number 6. You've got lots of even numbers here. I really like this, Virgo. I think it's going to be a really solid, even, balanced month for you. You really have, like with this King of Swords and the Justice card, your head on your shoulders. And then you have the Empress. So Spirit is saying, you know, you need to fill your own cup first. You need to treat yourself like the Empress. More Libran energy. You also have Taurus here, okay? But like you have to put yourself first. Getting grounded again, this red, okay? Red in the Justice card. This red on the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Pentacles as well. This is about getting super grounded, putting yourself first, stepping into your feminine energy, being that motherly, empathetic person, taking the responsibility on to the world of bringing forward information and support and help here, and trusting that Spirit will be there to support you to do this, okay? Yeah, this is your purpose, Virgo, okay? So for a lot of you, this is your purpose. You're bringing hope, you're bringing love, you're bringing peace, you're bringing structure for some people, more balance into their lives. So what are you doing, Virgo? Whatever you're doing, keep doing it, okay? It's your soul journey. And if you've been thinking about, is this something I continue with, like a channel or a project that you've started or something like that, okay? This came out in the reverse. So this is saying you're no longer overthinking this. You're just doing something. And Spirit's asking you not to overthink it, being in this focus and advice position. I want to see what blessings coming up for you, Virgo. You have transformation, spiritual transformation. This is going to be a huge blessing for you. I've actually seen quite a few snake cards lately, like in the readings from this deck. This transformation is the number 37. It does break down to a 10. It is such a blessing that you have been through what you have been through, Virgo, and actually got out the other side. Spirit's saying you have survived things some people could not have survived, okay? Absolutely not. Let's have a look and see what comes out here. I hope this is about spirituality, because this is your blessing. Page of Wands. So there's a blessing coming up for you. It could be happening in, I'm hearing January, but I'm also hearing July here. We have this beautiful Aries energy, Scorpio energy, the star Aquarius energy. We're in Aquarius timeline, right? Spirit is bringing you so many blessings, and they're going to come in lots of different forms with lots of different people. Some of it could be travel, if you've wanted to take a hiatus, if you've wanted to go somewhere spiritual especially, or yeah, we've got the 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So for a lot of you it is travel, or that movement within yourself of ascending to 5D, okay, and awakening to, and that's why you have so much responsibility, because there's so many people that do not have this in the world, okay, this information, this knowledge, and there's going to be a lot of frightened people. I'm not going to go on about that, but astrology this year points to all that, especially around July, and that's maybe why I said July. But we've got this star card. You've done so much hard work on yourself. This is years. You are years in the making, Virgo, okay? You've been training for this, but now Spirit's giving you a new adventure, and I do feel it's got a lot to do with your spiritual mission. Let's have a look and see. So meditate on this, because you may not know immediately what this means to you. okay? But you will be clear. You will get clear. You will get clarity if you meditate. And there's that beautiful Virgo energy at the bottom of the deck with the Hermit. You will get the wisdom. You are wise. You are already wise, but now you're becoming a lot more responsible. You have a lot to carry on your shoulders, but not in a bad way. This is like almost the responsibility of a whole collective to help and support the collective to be where they need to be in this journey. Okay, let's have a look at what you need to know the most. Love. All you need is love. Dun, 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 dun. Yes, love. Okay, again, the number 10, it's the 28. So I'm going to clarify this. I mean, this could be talking about someone coming into your life. I think with the kindness that you give out in that energy, especially in January, and moving, you know, setting yourself up perfectly to move forward into the year, and just telling yourself, I'm going to just be kind to everybody. Obviously, not everyone. Depending, you know, just be careful with your energy, Virgo, because, you know, the more light you shine, the more shadow you can cast, which means that when people get an idea that you have got a lot of information to bring forward and it's not the right entities that know this, it's really important that you protect your energy. We're not going to talk about that. We don't want to put that out there. But what you need to know the most is love is coming into your life. You're giving a lot of people joy and happiness and love and clarity right now, okay, in the month of January and moving forward. And you need to know that the kindness that you put out, you will get love back in, whether it's a person or whether it's just a feeling of bliss and love. I think that's like really more important than anything else, okay? You may feel like you've not completed some healing, and you may not have. There is some eclipses coming up this year. There's a few. The first one I think is March 3rd. We will be putting out some videos about that. But the eclipse energy is here saying there will be things to still eclipse out of your life. It could be relationship-wise for some, okay? You may be getting some clarity if that's your story, about if you're unsure about a relationship. Pisces energy here, double Pisces on the table. Queen of Cups, kindness, empathy, love, compassion. I mean, she embodies all these things. So it's almost like in January, you're being very kind. You're giving a lot of love. You're being there for others here. And you need to know that this is what you need to do. And this is your purpose right now. And it's important that you are very, you know, Spirit's very clear on this. There may also be some females around you. I'm not feeling masculine with this, what you need to know. Perhaps that needs support and help from you as well. But I don't think you're needing the support. I think if there's any healing to do, I think the next maybe transition of that for you, Virgo, may be in March. We talked about full moons before. I mean, we've just had the full moon in Cancer. There's a new moon in Capricorn, your sister sign, coming up on, I think it's either the 17th or the 19th of January. We'll obviously look at that later. Maybe the next full moon will be very significant in the month of February for some reason here. And that was in your challenge position. Maybe the challenge may come up towards the end of January and into February, or you'll start understanding, it's very apparent that you have a huge responsibility to the collective. I do feel like with this Aquarius energy, the timeline of information, right? Information on all different levels. I think you're going to be an integral part of that, Virgo. Okay, I really do. I've got a mosquito. Go away. All right, what is hidden that you don't see coming? What is hidden that you don't see? You are actually, if you don't feel it physically or spiritually, you're actually on a spiritually subconscious energetic level getting into alignment. Whatever you're doing, Virgo, keep doing it, especially if it's spiritual, okay? Because you are aligning to be the best version of yourself that you can be. And you're going to need to be this because there's a lot of responsibility coming up. You're getting more and more balanced. Okay, there's a lot more energy, you know, once you start being balanced within yourself and putting that kindness and love out there, you're going to get this back, Virgo. This is what you don't see coming. This is beautiful. And you're going to get it back really quickly. You also may be getting a lot of downloads or information may be coming in fast to support your alignment here. Okay, and you're learning new things. I just learned today on how to do all my YouTube settings. I can't believe that I've been doing my YouTube for so long. I've put so many videos out and I hadn't got the settings in place that I should have. So perhaps there's something coming up and hidden that you don't see that is going to really benefit you in some way. You're going to be learning lots of new things. We have the Emperor. It keeps reminding me basically on the bottom of the deck that you're stepping into authority and power here, okay? The Moon in reverse. Things are becoming extremely clear for you, for your soul mission and your way forward. What's the potential outcome if you focus on Spirit's advice, which was all these cards on top of it? Yes, that's right, which was about trust and trusting yourself. Yeah, just more balance, okay? More balance. Being in alignment amidst possibly chaos. This is like a card that reminds me of the circus and a trapeze or a juggler. He's juggling a lot, okay? He's juggling a lot. So basically, the outcome's going to be not just to support your own balance, but to support other people's balance in their life by being kind, by trusting in yourself more and trusting in Spirit. There is a soul mission here. Even though we don't have the High Priestess come out yet, we still have 3 more cards to pull. That is very strong energy of stepping into some sort of soul mission, purpose, and a spiritual level. Ace of Pentacles. Just know that whatever is coming in, and it's effing good for February, is a gift from the heavens. The gift from the heavens for you. You're able to finally put some sort of burden down. You will be, because this came out in the reverse, you will be carrying a burden for others, but you're fully equipped and well trained for this now, okay? You know, if these people didn't have you, Virgo, who would they have? And I think it's not going to end there. I think this is going to continue on for possibly the rest of your life here. All right, let's have a look and see what else. Helping people get in alignment because of the, you know, this is not your energy, Virgo. This is the potential outcome for you to be balanced, to support other people in the burdens that they carry on a mental and emotional level, and what they think and how it affects their emotions, and how their emotions in turn can affect the way they think. I think you have a big mission here, Virgo, to bring to the world. And you may struggle with this, okay? But there's a lot of people that are struggling more than we are, okay? I think it's like really going to be, not easy for you, but you, like I said, I just keep wanting to say you are trained. You're very well trained for this, Virgo, this mission. You're going to be in high demand. I'm hearing high demand, okay? I think that is your reading. We do have the Sun at the bottom of the deck, which is a lot of happy things to come. I think you are stepping into a very amazing, we got a lot of cards on the table, don't we? But that's okay. We needed to pull these. We needed to get the clear picture. You have, oh wow, you had to go through what you went through, Virgo, right? To come out the other side and have the knowledge and wisdom and alignment and understanding and trust in yourself, right? That dog's just clarifying that, I think. Oh, here we go again. All right, I'm going to pull an animal spirit card. All right, just one last card for you, Virgo, an oracle card or two. See what's here. Any extra messages for Virgo? Any extra messages for Virgo? Remember to teach yourself and others. I don't think you really need to teach yourself this, not for the collective I'm talking to be in the present moment. The bird spirits also signify like spirit being with you. Bird spirits, which are like the flamingo spirit, the hummingbird, the eagle spirit, the hawk spirit in this deck, okay? To help people and support people to be in the present moment and help them know their worth. You know, you are of service to others, Virgo. That is, you know, a big part of your story. Love is all around. That's at the bottom of the deck. Remember, that's another bird spirit here, okay? And the numbers are 9, which is your number, 7, which is a spiritual number, and change, this big change that's coming in for you, where you have so much love to give, but now you're giving it in this way, this responsible way, where you're supporting the collective. I don't know what you're doing, Virgo, for the collective that I'm talking to, but you know, this is going to be a hell of a ride, and I hope you enjoyed your reading.